What's good, everybody? Welcome in to the Early Edge, your daily sports betting brand of record. We are powered, as always, by the almighty SportsLine, the best value in all of sports betting. It's not close. As you can see, we have made it back to the friendly confines. There's no more golf now. There's no more anything else. We are laser focused on one thing and one thing only: getting football started. Now, there are many signs that tell you that we need to get to football. Yesterday was one of those. When you take half your show off the board because they can't figure out who is starting for their pitching staff. And I think, the Marlins, that would have won the Dodgers. So that would have been a push because the Dodgers ended up winning 3-2. But you didn't have the right pitchers, so we took it off the board. Now, Early Edge in 5, the boys really brought it, sweeping the board. Maestro, Johnny B, AB, doing what we do. Now, I told you that we're excited about having football back. How excited? Very excited. One of the blessings we have here at the Early Edge of SportsLine is that we work for CBS Sports. Now, the CBS Sports app is the best app to keep track of all your bets, all your games, everything. It's just simple. I put it on the right there on the front page. Even the pros do it. This is how we do it. You hit that favorite button. We're on the Royals today. Look, Royals pop right to the top. Hit that start. It goes right back to the bottom again. It's that simple. Keep track of your bets, your games, everything. Talk trash with your friends. Say, hey, I got it right here. CBS Sports app. All right, now let's bring in the stars of the show. And can you tell I'm excited this morning? See who it's just an embarrassment of riches. Every single day, I just reach into the hat, pull out another superstar. First and foremost, live from just south of London, England. He is the guru, Martin W. Green. Martin, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Coach. Delighted to be on the show with you fine gentlemen. It's glad to hear that you've got a laser-like focus on football. I'm going to bring the tone down a bit by talking about soccer, but we call it football here, so it's I'm kind of in keeping with the theme of the show. And got a few games to break down with you guys later.
And I can't wait, and the chat can't wait for it, because right now you, Buckets, Brant Sutton, you guys are rock stars right now. Rock stars. Just cashing ticket after ticket after ticket. Mark says, guru, guru. Next, live from Las Vegas, Sin City, Zach Attack. Zach Simony. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, prop stars, the guru, coach, AB. How are we doing today? I'm doing pretty good. The surprises continue on the diamond. We saw some crazy swings yesterday, but the good news was the Dodgers was voided with that pitching change. So I've got another play today, and we'll have 2 site plays later on.
Yeah, if you're a SportsLine member, and I tell you all the time, what are you doing? Become a member right now. It's $10 a month. In fact, in some places, you can get SportsLine for less than $10 a month. But if you want to, I got somebody DM me yesterday. He goes, Coach, I've spent thousands of dollars this year buying picks. What do I do? I said, well, you're DMing for a reason. You just didn't send me a DM for me to cry over spilled milk that you spent thousands of dollars on cappers that were born in 1942. No, we don't do that. But at least, Alex, nobody on the show had the Phillies as part of a big parlay last night with a 7-0 lead. At least nobody on this panel had that. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Coach. Zach, Martin, great to see you guys. Fortunately, nobody had the Phillies on a big parlay, just needing them to win. So, yeah.
But at least you showed up this morning. You're a pro. You didn't look at your bank account and said, oh, that $16,000 would have been nice. That would have been nice.
That's what we do, Coach.
All right. You know what else we do? We get right into it. Storylines that could affect the betting lines. And I tell you what, when the Cubs went to extra innings last night, I bet you didn't know that it triggered a very important storyline. Zach, what do we got?
Yeah, they've been a very strong team after an extra inning game since June 10th. The next game, which would be today, the under has hit at a rate of 10-1-1 ATS. So you want to look at that today against the Toronto Blue Jays, who will also have Marcus Stroman for the Cubs on the mound. His return to face Toronto for the first time since he was traded at the end of 2019. He spent 6 seasons with that team, so you know this is going to be a sentimental outing for him. So I would look at taking the under on that game today.
Oh, I certainly will. And you know if I'm betting an under, Zach, I ain't watching it. Not for one single solitary second. All right, let's get into our plays for the day. And I feel it's just a gut, but it's a bounce back Tuesday. Whenever you got the guru on the show, that's always a good thing. So one play from SportsLine today. And I believe part of the reason the Dodgers played very lackluster baseball down in Miami is because they were looking forward to this, a potential playoff matchup with the New York Mets. So we're going to take the Dodgers on the road. I told you a couple of weeks ago that every time the Dodgers are less than minus 150, we were taking them no matter what. I am not a liar. And today we got the Dodgers minus 135. They're hitting 63% of our simulations at SportsLine. And by the way, if you're not a SportsLine member, you get all the cappers, all of our analysis. You get all of our future episodes. You get all of it for one very low price. We're set for the NFL season. We are set for the college football season. We are set for the baseball playoffs. By the way, take that unit size down for baseball just a little bit for the next couple of weeks. Right now, it's very, very, very hard. I see all over social media, everybody's complaining about baseball and that. It's hard to pick right now. Players are tired. Some players don't want to play anymore. It happens. All right. Now, when I've got 3 cappers that are legendary, I can start anywhere. But the flow is what I'm looking for. So nobody screams flow like the guru, Martin W. Green. You, sir, are up first.
Oh, thank you very much, Coach. So I'm going to start with a little 2-team parlay. I have Chelsea and Inter Milan. So Chelsea had Conor Gallagher sent off after just 25 minutes of their game against Leicester on Saturday. However, they still managed to beat Leicester 2-1. That should give the team a great deal of confidence as they prepare to take on Southampton today. The Saints have lost 11 of their past 16 Premier League matches, including a 1-0 defeat to Manchester United at the weekend. Very pleased about that because that was one of the picks I gave out on Friday. The Blues might not win so convincingly this time around, but they did beat Southampton 6-0 the last time these teams met. That was back in April, so it's still quite fresh in both teams' memory. And I think Chelsea should have enough quality to get the win here. You can get about minus 150 on that, which is reasonably appealing. But if you want to bring it up to minus 118, which I've got there, you can parlay it with Inter to beat newly promoted Cremonese in Serie A. It's a bit of a mouthful. It sounds a bit like a pasta dish, but
Yes.
they're a soccer team. And they're not a very good soccer team either. They've lost all 3 Serie A games so far this season. They look a little bit out of their depth in the top division in Italian soccer. So I think fading Cremonese is going to be a good idea throughout the season. Put those 2 teams together, I've got minus 118. My other play comes from the Championship, which is the division below the Premier League in England. I like Norwich to win away against Birmingham. They were just relegated from the Premier League in May, so they're trying to bounce straight back up. They've won their last 3 games. They're now the favourites to win this league, the Championship, once again. They've kept together most of the squad that played in the Premier League last season, so they're a cut above their rivals in this division. I think they should be too strong for Birmingham, who are winless since the opening weekend. They lost 2-0 to Rotherham on Saturday, 1-0 to Wigan in their previous game. You may not have heard of these teams, but they're not particularly good teams. You don't want to be losing them. They're 21st up. So yeah, no good. They're no good. So Norwich should beat Birmingham. It's an away game, but the odds are appealing. Minus 116. Straight money line win for Norwich I'm going for there. And I did just want to throw in a little 2-team parlay for tomorrow because I won't be on the show tomorrow. 2 French teams in Ligue 1. Monaco did well to hold in-form Ligue 1 champion PSG to a 1-1 draw at the weekend. They should now come on and overwhelm Troyes. Marseille are fresh from a 3-0 victory over Nice as well. They played really well in that game. New signing Alexis Sanchez scored twice. I think they should get the better of Clermont Foot, and you can put them together for minus 112. If you throw in PSG to beat Toulouse, you get plus money for a 3-team parlay as well. So I like that for tomorrow.
Look at the guru looking out for you people at home, even tomorrow when he's not going to be on the show. Now, we say here at the show all the time, educate and entertain. In the chat, not everybody can see it. Can you, in 15 seconds or less, Martin? My man Billy says halftime, full-time, and to win both halves is the same bet. Is it not? It is not. Why?
It's not, because if you were 1-0 up at half time and then the game finished 1-0, you would win half time and full time, but you wouldn't have won both halves. To win both halves, you actually need to treat each 45 minutes as a standalone event. So you need to score more goals than the other team in both halves. Whereas if you're doing a half-time, full-time bet, you could be 3-0 up at half time. You could concede 2 goals after the break, but that bet still pays off.
There you go. That's what we do here. You ask a question, we try to answer it. Now, Daniel in the chat said, I thought Coach was going to Zach on the flow comment because that hair has all the flow. I would agree, Zach. I would agree. What do we got today from you?
Truth be told, I had to go back off camera. That's why I was a minute late. The hair was all over the place this morning, so had to fix it up. But I'm going to take the Royals plus 120 today against the Chicago White Sox. The White Sox are the team that you don't think things are going to get worse, and they just continue to do so. They're on a 4-game losing streak. They've lost 9 of 11. The wheels have completely fallen off for them. And usually when you look at the White Sox, historically, they've been able to beat the bottom tier teams in their division in the AL Central, but that's not been the case against the Kansas City Royals. Kansas City has actually beaten them 4 of the last 5 games in the month of August. And you look at the Royals starter today in Brady Singer. This will be his 3rd start this month against the White Sox. I think you like that familiarity here. He did have a strong outing, 7-inning strong. I think he gave up 2 runs. So I like the Royals today as underdogs, and the White Sox just continue to fall apart. Take them plus 120.
They really are. They are figuring out different ways to lose. Sinful Saint in the chat said, I had the same explanation for those soccer games, but Guru's voice just made it better. I say that all the time. All right, now it's time to cash with me. And admittedly, when you're on the road doing the Tour Championship, sometimes you don't have a focus on everything. And I apologize for that. I thought my picks were pretty good. Been a little bit under 500 the last week or so, but that's my last trip. There are no more trips. We're here for football. But I saw 2 games today that I couldn't pass up. Minnesota Twins, minus 130 over the Boston Red Sox. Last night, personally, I played them, and we cashed. They had a late 3-run double to win 4-2. I believe the Twins are going to do it again today. The pitching matchup, Cutter Crawford just is not a good pitcher for the Red Sox. The last time out, 4 2/3, 4 runs. The time before that, he gave up 9 runs. This is in Minnesota. I'm only laying 30 cents. I like it. Then Pirates Brewers. Again, personally, I played this last night. Over 9, minus 110. Again, there's relievers that are going to be – it's basically a reliever game on a Tuesday. It makes no sense to me, but I know this, that both teams – the Brewers especially get rid of Hader. They get rid of all their pitchers. They're not good. Their bullpen is not good. We'll take the over 9 here. Now, we all know how important the Maestro spot is. And this is a true story. The other day, 3:30 in the morning, my phone, ding, 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 ding. I'm like, who in the world is texting me at 3:30 in the morning? There's only one man that is in the lab grinding at all hours of the night. There's only one man that has the cojones to text me at 3:30 a.m. That man, you're looking at him. Prop stars. The floor is yours.
True story, Coach. And yeah, we're still slinging K-props. I know everybody's excited for football, but we're going to finish this MLB season strong. It's been a great season so far. I'm looking forward to finishing it off on a high note today. We're going with Shane McClanahan, Tampa Bay Rays ace. This guy is phenomenal. One of the Cy Young favorites. We're taking him over 6.5 strikeouts. The good news is I would also play this at 7.5. You can find it at 7.5. 4+ money as well. He's in the midst of just a dominant season. He's averaging 7.58 strikeouts per game, facing 23.3 batters per start. His strikeout metrics are just off the charts. He leads the AL in swinging strike percentage as well. He gets a mouth-watering matchup versus the Marlins. The Marlins possess a 28.5% K rate versus opposing southpaws. That is by far the highest K rate versus lefties in the majors by a significant margin as well. I have McClanahan projected for double-digit strikeouts. That is a significant edge that my model rarely gives out. So that is a great sign as well. This play honestly checks every single box for me. I absolutely love it. As I mentioned, I'd play that 7.5. Your book is not offering 6.5, but there are some 6.5s still floating out there. So if you have multiple options, I would definitely look for the 6.5 first. I love Shane McClanahan over 6.5 strikeouts today.
And now we have a very interesting dilemma here, Alex, in the chat. And it's something I've been wanting to address because people, they come to us all the time. Do they not? They go, oh, you gave it out at minus 120. It's now juiced to minus 160. Here's the reason why. This man is the greatest prop bettor in America, or one of the top 5. Out of due respect for all the rest of them. So how could they get your K-prop earlier than the early edge? Does that happen?
That is a possibility, Coach. All you have to
Oh.
do is be a SportsLine
Oh.
subscriber. With that subscription comes access to my article that comes out Monday through Friday, comes out usually a half an hour before we start this 10 a.m. Eastern stream. You will have access to the same numbers as me. I often reference exactly what it's available in real time and what book it's available at. So one of the many perks, Coach, of being a subscriber.
One of the many perks, just to put it in perspective, if you're a $100 bettor and you wait and you're not a SportsLine member and it's now minus 160 instead of minus 120, how much more do you have to spend on that bet just to make $100? $40, correct? $40, right? Yep. So how much is SportsLine for a month?
I believe you can get it for $10, and if you get a bundle, you can get it even cheaper than that.
Correct. So if you did that, you could pay for 4 months of SportsLine with one bet if you were a SportsLine member to get it 30 minutes earlier. Perspective. I don't know why you wouldn't do it. Think about that. On one bet, you can pay for 4 months. One. Grab your paper. You hear that silence? Everybody's thinking about it, right? They're like, oh, I'm doing the math. Yes, I'm correct. Be a SportsLine member and tell your friends. Stop with the whole it's juiced. Stop. You know what you need to do. Grab your paper. Grab your pencil. Here is the recap courtesy of AB on the ones and the twos. I'll be honest with you. With the soccer games, I'm surprised AB was able to put this one together. Zach Attack, he's on the Royals. Then Martin W. Green, we got 2 parlays and a straight play. Chelsea, Inter. That's what the cool kids call it. Inter, minus 118. Then you got Monaco, Marseille, put those together, minus 112. Then, again, educate and entertain. I'm all over these pronunciations. It's Norwich. You don't say the W. All right? So many people say the W. It drives me crazy. Then Prop Stars. He loved this at 6.5. You want to bring the juice down a little bit? You got an alternate line. He would take it at 7.5. Probably be around plus 105, plus 110 at 7.5. He likes it there too. Then if you're going to cash with me, we're going to do it 2 ways. Twins money line, minus 130. Pirates, Brewers, over 9, minus 110. Then one play from SportsLine. We're going to go Dodgers on the money line, minus 135 in New York City. This is the best time of year. You got the Mets game with the lights. You got the U.S. Open with the lights. Oh, by the way, you can get tennis plays too occasionally at SportsLine from M Squared. We got it all. We also have the 5-tool player. AB, show your face. Where's that big old fat smile that I love so much?
Good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
Yes.
Now, I haven't seen you.
Yeah.
So thank you for covering for me yesterday. I appreciate that.
Of course.
And you have, I had the MLS office. They left me a message when I was on the plane yesterday. They said, can you please tell AB to stop hammering our both teams to score every single game? We're just cashing ticket after ticket.
Hey, cash a ticket. We're busting them up, baby. And I'll tell you this, Wednesday night, there's a special MLS night. Tomorrow, ton of games on the board, and we're about to be done with the season. Playoffs are coming, so we are going to come in basically like bank robbers, and we are taking the books money, so be prepared for that tomorrow night. Also, Coach, you were talking about, and you were doing math with Prop Stars. Now, you two are smarter than me. I can't do math at all, but I will say this. If anybody wants SportsLine for free for the next 4 weeks, courtesy of you, Coach, if they use promo code EARLY, EARLY, you could get 30 days, all of the NFL, all of college football, tennis, baseball, everything. That simple, man.
It's that simple. We don't make it complicated. We want to build. We don't want to gouge you. We don't want to take everything. I can't even imagine at this point in my life with everything, with all the guys that I work with and the ladies, paying $1,000 for a package. Stop it.
You could get for $1,000. You could get SportsLine until like your kids are in college. Like that's how affordable that it
is. All right, what do we got today for the AB3?
Yep. So we got 3 plays today. I think you're going to like it. First up, we're going to go Reds team total over 3.5. Yes, the Reds were beat down 13-4 yesterday by the St. Louis Cardinals. But guess what? We don't care who wins the game. We cashed on the over 3 last night. We're going to do it again today. The Reds are averaging nearly 5 runs per game over its last 4. Let's hit it and hunt for more. Next, we are going to take the Texas Rangers. All right, this was a little juicy here, minus 155, but over only 2.5. All right, little Lone Star State rivalry against the Houston Astros. Texas averaging 6.9 runs per game over its last 7, and the Rangers have eclipsed 2.5 runs in 4 of its last 5 versus Houston. All we need is 3 runs, baby. We're going to get that next. And last, we're going to take the Diamondbacks again. Team total over 3 at affordable price, minus 120.
Wow.
No one in the world is paying attention to the little Arizona Diamondbacks except the early edge, and we are going to cash on them again. Arizona, they clubbed Philadelphia last night. They've gone for 13 runs. We might not see that many, but we don't need that many. All we need are 3 or more. Let's do it while no one is paying attention, and we'll hit the books once again.
Hang tight, don't go anywhere. Yeah, I not only cashed the Diamondbacks team total over last night, I went ahead and played the over, and that went sailed to the over as well. So they've been low key a team you can count on, and that shows how crazy baseball betting is. If we're talking about
100%, you're right. And I'll tell you what, I was paying attention to you. I was looking at the CBS Sports app while you guys were going over, some of the shows. I believe the total Diamondbacks Phillies today is still sitting at what, 7.5? Something very low there.
If you can get it. By the way, nobody knows SportsLine better than you. That's why you've come over. You're our SportsLine expert. So in the chat, Yossi said, how do you turn on notifications for prop stars in the app? He's not listed on the experts tab.
Yep. So what you're going to have to do, and prop stars, I see you got your hand up, Coach. I'll let you handle that one. But yes, so we are working on articles. It's going to take a little while to get notifications there. But once we get his expert page and everything going, and you can do this for any expert on SportsLine right now. If you just go on the app, go to their profile, you'll see a little notification, follow them. You'll get a notification on your phone anytime they make any pick, anything whatsoever. So
and to hammer it home, just like experts pages on other sites that charge how much do you have to pay for our expert pages?
You have to pay $0.
$0. Can you afford that? I mean, it's just crazy to me. I know I hammer it home every single day, but damn it, until the entire world is part of the SportsLine family, we're going to keep doing it. AB, you are the man. Thank you, sir, very, very much. So do not forget Early Edge in 5 later today. Do not forget Week 1 college football mega preview with AB and the boys. They crushed it last week. That's every single Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. And by the way, do you guys like 20 minutes of the Early Edge? Guess what we have coming this fall? As soon as I can tell you, I will, but think this. Think longer. We've got something for everybody coming this fall. As soon as I can tell you, I will. With that being said, there's only one thing left to do, and I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these Tuesday tickets and Wednesday, thanks to the Guru, straight to the pay window. For my entire crew, I love them all. Guru, Zach Attack. My man, Prop Stars, always grinding in the lab, and AB on the 1s and the 2s, and the jeweler always lurking at the brand. I am the coach. Tell all your friends, this is the time. There's no more dancing around it. Come be a part of what we're doing. The water's warm. There's only one place that's here every single day. 365. We never miss a day at the Early Edge. Good luck.